Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley, and I'm Ashley. This is a story time / event session. My target audience for this is my no contact family. But again, I'm no contact, and I just feel like my throat needs to release energy. I feel like there are things that I need to say. So if you want to hear and listen to the dirty laundry or my pissed offness, feel free to stay. I've been thinking a lot about, so it's Mercury retrograde, it's the Lionsgate portal coming up, and this time of the year is when I gave birth. So I was thinking a lot today about my cycles, my masculine and feminine energy, and for this portion of the year, I really go into my feminine energy until about my birthday. So for about 6 months, from February to August, I kind of stay in my masculine energy with spring and summer, and then I fall back into feminine energy in the fall and winter. And I'm just recognizing that today as a pattern for myself. So with Leo season here, Niall's birthday is coming up in the next couple weeks, next week-ish, a little more than that. So I just am in this energy, and like I said, there are things that I need to say. I'm being very encouraged to speak this into the world. Again, my target for this is the family that I am no contact with. So it's kind of just going to be me bitching. I don't know if I want to leave the camera on or not. I feel like I should. That's part of the process. But I'm probably not going to look at you guys because I'm not trying to project. I'm just trying to clear. So the first thing is that I'm holding a lot of resentment currently in my body. And it's showing up in behaviors, and I don't want that. So that's why I'm doing this. I don't want to carry this with me anymore, but I want to be able to speak my truth. I'm not speaking it to them because it will not be taken, it will not be received. There's no point there. I'm not seeking a relationship with any of these people, but the harm because of the Mercury retrograde is very present. So, it was never fair the way that I was treated after my dad passed away. I was 14. My mother had no fucking clue how to go through that with children, and to each their own, you know. I held a lot of compassion for you for a long time, but you continually shit on me. You turned my friends into investigators that reported back to you. You consistently would not let me shine. And the crazy thing about this is that you would always give me like inspirational merchandise, right? Like that pack of napkins that you gave me that one time, party napkins that said, "Don't let anyone dull your sparkle," while you were in fact the one continually dulling my sparkle forever. Like, the way that you and Kristen, supported each other and tossed me aside, was not cool. And it still isn't. And 2 years ago when you were supposed to be here for Woodstock surgery, the week that he got parvo, and you lied to me about how, you just wanted to move your trip. But the reason was because you were going to Kristen's house. That was the same Mother's Day that you were with Kristen for Mother's Day in May. And then you went back to her house in July, and I had, a little visit with you. But the thing about that was I will never forget the words you said to me, Mom. I will never forget the time you called me a fucking whore when I got my tongue pierced. I will never forget the time that you said, "Aren't you embarrassed about me wanting to go back to college and finish my degree after you had me incarcerated, which you will never take accountability for. You're going to constantly, because that's the conversation we tried to have last spring. And again, it was you being like, I didn't do that. You did that. You emotionally manipulated me and abused me after Dad died. You expected me, I was 14, you expected me to hold space for you. And you didn't even hold any space for anything. We just ran. And I'm grateful for those trips, right? I'm glad I got to see the world. But under those conditions, I mean, we could have done a little bit more communicating. And I get it. You guys didn't do that in your own families. But as the cycle breaker, we do things differently in my family, which is why I don't talk to any of you stupid fucks. So anyway, I will never forget the things you said to me. I will never forget that one time that we were at Big Lots, like one of the last times you were here visiting me, and you made this big scene at the cash registers at the checkout and being all like, okay, well, I'll help you this time, but this is it. I'm not doing any more. And, I'll never forget the way that you sold Dad's coin collection when that was the only thing I really wanted. And instead of giving it to me, you made sure that I was diagnosed with a mental disorder instead. I will never forget the time that Kristen took all of that glassware from Grandma Jean that I had. You guys took those vases. You took everything from me. And then you were even doing that the last time you were here. Like, oh, let me take some of these records that were my father's. That was the only thing that I asked for. In addition to the coin collection that my mother cashed in. And you still took records to give to Kristen. Like, y'all just don't stop. You don't stop. I know there are inheritances with my name on them that you have not given me. I know that. I'm going to remind you fucks that I am the only one in this family that is psychic. I'm in communication, right? And that's another reason I don't feel like I can have these conversations with you, is because you're just gonna fucking call the cops on me and have me fucking put up and shit, because you yourselves lack imagination. You yourselves have no fucking clue how to heal. You don't know anything. You're fucking dumb, quite frankly. And I hid myself for so long trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. And it was actually a friend of mine at the dog park in Cottonwood who was like, your mom doesn't seem like a very smart person. And that was the first time anyone had said that to me, because I always, as you were an educator, I thought you were smart. But I guess you were just indoctrinated into the system. And I had another friend in that same time period of my life say she's never going to be the mom that you want or that you need. And I was a mom at that point too, right? For a good 2 years. Trying to figure out how to be a mother. But that one time that I don't think I ever finished this thought. That time that you guys were celebrating Mother's Day together as I was on my, 3rd year of being a mother, a single mother at that in our family, the only one. Instead of, supporting me, uplifting me, wishing me a happy Mother's Day, you ignored me all day. And you waited for me to text you. And when I finally did, or when I said something to you, no, I don't even think I did, because I think I just was seeing if you were going to reach out to me. And then I said something about how you didn't wish me a happy Mother's Day, and I remember your 3rd grade attitude and what you said to me, and it was, you're not my mother. Okay. I will never, ever forget these things. I will not. And as I'm thinking about the things that you've said to me, I think about the things that I've said to Niall. I think about the ways that I've let this toxicity seep in my bones, right? And I didn't for a long time. When I became a mother, after you visited in LA, I went no contact with you. And I remember I was no contact with you when I moved to Arizona with Niall. And I remember that I was no contact with you for a few months when we first got here back in 2020. And there were reasons for that, but you never changed. You never ever took my name out of your mouth, which was the one thing I kept asking you to do. Stop talking about me to other family members. Stop talking to me or about me to your friends. And then last spring, when I told you to talk to your therapist about some of the behaviors I was bringing out and calling out, you said, oh, I don't think it's gonna be like that because of this. So I knew you still didn't take my fucking name out of your mouth. And the way that you've reached out to me consistently, well, not too consistently, but you know, oh, she'll be back. She's gonna need my money. Oh, she'll be back. She's gonna need my support. I bought my liberty out of this family. I literally bought myself out of the family. And I did that. I planned that for years. I planned my own escape from your grasp. And it took so fucking long. I'm 38 and I'm finally free. And you don't think anything's wrong with you. Oh, there you are. You don't think anything's wrong with you. And you talk to your sisters, and you talk to my sister, and you talk to whoever will fucking listen about how good of a person you are, about how nice you are, about how you helped me, and about how I owe you. And you know what? You sound like every other fucking boomer parent who has no contact with their adult children. Y'all didn't do shit for us. Y'all had the emotional capacity of a fucking toddler. And a lot of us grew out of that. We didn't want that for our children, and we still don't. So there's not going to be a place for you in my life or in his life. But I will never, ever forget the things that you said to me. I'll never forget that time that we were at the YMCA and I was deep in an eating disorder, and you were like, oh, you look really good. No concern. Purely aesthetically concerned, right? I will never forget the way that I was only an extension of you, never allowed to be me. I will never forget that day at St. Norbert that I was gonna do my speech, my project, and you came and you were like, she's manic, and you took me to Bellin. I will never forget that. The same place you fucking threw me at when Dad died. So I had fucking PTSD then, but I was old enough to check myself out. And then you made sure that I didn't get the help I needed from family, from friends. You just made sure to, you know, let me keep going. You didn't talk to me about emotions. You didn't try to fucking meet me where I was at. You just didn't. So whatever narrative it is that you've told people for the last 20 years of my life, and I feel like Gary knew. I feel like Gary knew something about the things that you've done to me, which is why he divorced you. Like, that seriously is something I think about often, is almost reaching out to this man, because you don't understand why he divorced you. I feel like he found out some shit that you did that you aren't ready to fucking admit. But again, I know things that you don't think I know. Because I'm not fucking dumb. I'm not mentally ill. I never was. You just wanted me out of the way. You wanted me mentally incapacitated or whatever. You wanted me to be a certain way because I wasn't doing what you wanted me to do. The control you thought you had over my life is the control you never had in your own. And it was never fair for you to put that on me. And Kristen, don't even get me started on you. You're a fucking bitch. You are a bitch. I will never forget that time that you were babysitting me and you tied me up with a fucking dog leash and made me eat cream of corn. Shit was nasty. From the can. Shit was gross. You're a fucking bitch. You also molested me as a young child because we're 6 years apart. That was fucked up. You're the real lesbian in the fucking family. Go tell your husband that, right? So anyway. You two fucking blamed me for so much shit. You blamed me for so much shit. You thought I was gonna be the scapegoat. You thought you were gonna fucking be able to live off of a life insurance policy of me. You thought I was gonna die. Last spring, Mom, when I told you that I didn't want to be in communication with you anymore, and I said, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I can't continue these toxic cycles. I tried so long to get you to see me. You know, I'll never forget that. You know, the year prior to that conversation that we had, you went to that market and that woman was doing witch jars and shit. You remember that basket I sent you of the bath salts, the lotions, all of the homemade skincare, and you were like, meh. It was like this incredible gift basket, and I gave it to you, and it was nothing. It was like I you know? And I said to you after that market, I was like, you will never see me. You will never see me. You see everyone else and you tell me what they're doing, and I'm like, I'm doing that. Why can't you see me? Like, that's what I do, right? Like with Jen, you like don't think I can have my own business. And then I was like, I have my own business. And you're like, yeah, what's that? Or like the day that you got here in town, and that was the first time my YouTube channel had gotten to 1,000 views in one of my videos, and you were like, yeah, you told me. Or like that time that when I was being trafficked in LA, I got raped, and you were like, yeah, you said that. I will never forget the way that you talk to me. And I hope, oh, this fly. If you don't know, flies are monitoring spirits in the spiritual world. Flies and gnats, things like that. So anyway. And Kristen, you getting married on Dad's fucking birthday. Happy anniversary coming up soon. And you wanting to be a marine biologist your whole life and then ending up to be an elementary school teacher just like Mom. The fuck are you doing? You know? You two always, you were like, you don't know what you want. You don't know what we're protecting you. We're controlling you. We're protecting you. No, you didn't protect me from shit. You were the ones I needed protection from. And like Mom, last year when you were like, do you know what you're gonna do with your son or with Niall if something happens to you? The insensitivity of that, you not having any fucking clue what it's like to be a single mother. Again, obviously, because on Mother's Day you were like, you're not my mother. Fuck you. Fuck you both so fucking much. Darlene, fuck you. You're still a cunt. It was never your place to tell Grandma that I got married to a black man. You guys are racist. Okay? That was never your place. And it was never your place, Diane, to move paperwork away around after Grandma died and give it to my mother so she could buy a house. That was never your place. You guys owe me. You owe me what is mine. And it is the most disrespectful thing. I don't think you understand how upset the relatives on the other side are with you. I don't think you understand. I have no idea if you're receiving your karma yet. Consider this a part of it. But I don't think you understand how disrespectful it is to take someone's last wishes and disregard them. And you know, all four of you know that you've done that. You know. But you know what? I don't need it. It would be nice. They wanted me to have it, but there's going to be other avenues for me, because remember, the universe will always provide if you're doing the work of the universe. But I will never forget the way that you have gaslit me. I will never forget the way that you wanted me to be something. You wanted me to be messed up so fucking bad. You wanted me to be a criminal so fucking bad. You wanted me to be unable so fucking bad. I'm getting that line from Good Will Hunting. How do you like them apples? You guys tried so hard to keep me down. So many times. So many times. And I'm so happy. You know, Niall and I get lonely sometimes. But I'm so happy he's not going to have a fake-ass family around him. I'm so happy about that. And I'm happy that I've made this and that I don't have to carry this shit with me anymore. Because fuck you. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. I hope you receive what you have given. What you've given me. I hope you enjoy the energy that you are going to receive that you have given me. You deserve it. You deserve everything that you are about to get. You guys had no right to treat me the way that you did. You had no right. And I'm gonna remind you again. You have no right to disregard someone's dying wishes. No right. I don't understand why you think that you would get away with something like that. Because you didn't do it for just one. You did it for at least three. At least three people had wishes that you guys disregarded. And that's super fucked up. So. I feel better. And it's so funny because Kristen, you were always like, how are you gonna have the money? How are they gonna have the money? Bitch, you married a doctor. Why do you think I put Kanye West's Gold Digger on your fucking bachelorette party mix? Ugh, I've never liked you. Have a good one.